Now, Showdown looms at the Law Society of Kenya annual general meeting in Nairobi's KICC tomorrow. LSK members are primed for a fight on the 2-year-long standoff over the International Arbitration Center to be built in Nairobi by the LSK. KTN's associate editor Noah Otieno has these details.
In the last 6 years, some of the biggest and the bravest names in Kenya's civil society have trooped en masse, either to join government or the various constitutional commissions established to deal with Kenya's post-election crisis. Almost at the same time, the National Council of Churches of Kenya has decided to take a back seat when it comes to matters of governance in Kenya. That left the Law Society of Kenya as one of the very few remaining credible institutions that could act as Kenya's moral compass. Unfortunately, the credibility of the Law Society of Kenya is now in question, and the issue is the alleged inflation of the cost of the planned International Arbitration Center here in Nairobi. And that issue will be the elephant in the room when the LSK holds its annual general meeting tomorrow. The showdown is almost inevitable. A professionally done video has been released by those critical of the given costs of the International Arbitration Center. The video is asking LSK members to turn up for the AGM tomorrow. There are actually two battles in this war over the center. The first is about the cost. Critics claim that it was only supposed to be 283 million for a 4-story building in Nairobi's South Sea. They go on to claim that LSK instead quoted it at 608 million shillings, which was later inflated by the project architect at 650 million. And now, the critics claim the cost has mysteriously risen to 1.25 billion shillings. But the LSK chairman Eric Mutua says the center is actually going to be 7 stories with a courtroom, a 30-man capacity arbitration room, 11 other arbitration rooms, a large hall, a 5-star hotel with 48 rooms, a business center, 3 floors of office space, a lounge, kitchen and dining, 2 underground parking bays for 200 cars, a 300 capacity restaurant, video conference rooms with Skype facilities, a library and a penthouse. The LSK communications officer has also clarified to KTN that the initial cost was 605 million shillings, but when furnishings are added onto the cost comes to 1.25 billion shillings. The second battle in the war is about how the 30% of the cost to be paid by LSK is to be raised. The LSK wants each LSK member to pay 39,000 shillings. Some of the members are angry about this.
We intend as members of the Law Society of Kenya to move a motion to have the entire council removed and to have a caretaker council put in place. We want the CEO, who is also the secretary of the Law Society of Kenya Council, to be sent on suspension when you exaggerate value by more than 50%.
The LSK members opposed to the project have also lost one court battle. The court refused to stop the project, and things are expected to blow up at the AGM tomorrow. Noah Otieno, KTN Friday Briefing.